Second Harvest Food Bank has been serving Orange County for decades. At least as far as I can remember, they've always been a source for nutrition and health for folks who are in need, and they are doing so to this very day. Claudia Bonilla-Keller is their CEO. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So Second Harvest tell us about the general mission of Second Harvest for folks who haven't heard about them and what they do.
Sure. So we're one of the 2 food banks in the county, and our mission is to provide consistent access to nutritious food for those that need it here in the county. So we are located at the Great Park and have served Orange County for over 40 years.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like people think of Orange County, they think about Laguna Beach, and they think about the kind of the ritzy places that you can go to. But there are a lot in this community who live here who are living at the poverty line or lower, or just barely making it, right? And there's a need here.
That's right. You think of Orange County, right, a wealthy county and a wealthy state. Mm-hmm. But the reality is that during the pandemic, about 650,000 people were dependent on us for food. And today we are serving close to 400,000 people on average each month, which in a population of just over 3 million is significant.
Yeah, and I think a lot of things feed on each other. The cost of living here in California is just so much higher. Rent is so much higher. If you own a home, mortgage is so much higher. And everything that cuts into your family income. So if you're making $50,000 a year here in Orange County, it doesn't go as far as if you were making that in Kentucky, right?
That's right. We know that the cost of living in this county is about 50% higher than in other counties. The real measure, the United Way's real measure tells us that a family of 4 needs $100,000 to make it here in this county. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned inflation. The most stubborn inflation of all is food inflation. So you go to the market and we know that our dollars aren't stretching as far.
Right, and that's the things that people have seen for eggs, for milk. Mm-hmm. So many of the basic necessities that people want to bring home and put on the table, and the prices are just skyrocketing there.
That's right, and those commodities that you mentioned, milk and eggs, we buy those at Second Harvest. Mm-hmm. It's hard to get them donated, but we've made that commitment to nutrition to our community, so we provide as much milk, eggs, produce, and lean protein as we can.
Now you guys work out of the old El Toro Marine base. They have one of the hangars there, one of the big warehouses there, right?
We do.
And you guys have been there since 2007 or so?
Since 2007, we've been in a warehouse adjacent to the Great Park. Mm-hmm. Lots of development going on around it, so it's exciting for us to watch that community come to life. Mm-hmm. But our mission remains unchanged. Mm-hmm. We run trucks 5.5 days a week. We serve 300 partners in this county, literally in every city. So while the environment has changed, our mission remains steadfast.
Now, for some seniors who retired and thought they were okay or whatever it might be, their folks are living longer, but also, like we said, the inflation and the cost of everything is going up, and their rents or for their retirement or whatever it might be, the money doesn't go as far as it used to, right?
Right. In this county, many seniors are house rich, cash poor, right? Mm-hmm. So seniors can face a myriad of problems, whether it's the need for medically tailored food, low salt, low sugar, that type of thing. Many seniors may not have the transportation or the ability to go out and get food, right? And finally, there's the socialization aspect of going to the market, going to a farmer's market, going to a meal. If you're shut in, so to speak, you don't have that. So we are trying to find ways to make sure our programs answer all 3 of those challenges.
Now you have a senior grocery program. It seems to be a little bit akin to Meals on Wheels kind of thing, they're not prepared though.
Right. It almost complements Meals on Wheels.
Okay.
And that Meals on Wheels will provide a meal. We provide groceries, basics, like I said, milk, eggs, produce, non-perishable items that a senior can access to prepare their own meals in their home, in their apartment. And like I said, it's also that socialization aspect of going shopping. So our senior grocery program provides that, as does Park at Market.
Okay. And about how many people do you serve here in Orange County with that program? Right
now we're serving about 500 households a week in our Park at Market program. So.
Okay, and for Park at Market, tell me a little bit about that one as well.
Sure. So Park at Market is a vehicle that is like literally a market on wheels.
Okay.
It is cold storage on the inside, so it rolls up, the awnings go up, and a client can walk up and open, just like you open a freezer case at the market, get your milk, your eggs, your produce, your chicken. There might be a table with some oatmeal and rice. And as folks kind of walk through, they can talk to each other. They get to pick what they want.
Right,
they get to go outside in the sunshine. So there's a lot of benefits past the food, but it goes to places where maybe there's not an existing pantry.
Is it hard for seniors or pretty much anybody to say, hey, I have a need and reach out? Is there sometimes there's some pride or maybe even shame of like, oh, I shouldn't be in need. I shouldn't need this, and I feel a little bit of a shame to come and ask.
I think that a lot of people have that stigma, right? The fear of asking for help.
Right.
I think the pandemic wore down a little bit of that when we realized how many people in this county were a few paychecks away from being in a food line, but it persists.
On the other side of that, where do you get your funding to get the food in here? Because this is no easy task to be the grocery market for part of the county.
That's right. That's right. So we are supported. We are privately supported. We are a member of Feeding America, and we enjoy the support of individuals, companies, foundations. We do get some help from government entities, but it's a small percentage. Over the period of a year, we may see over $80 million worth of donated product to us in food and commodities. So we are supported by lots of different entities to make sure that we can be there whenever the county needs us, day in and day out.
Okay. And for folks who can come to your program there at the over in Irvine, do they drive in? Do they have to set an appointment? How does that work?
Sure.
If they want to pick
It may
up there?
surprise you. Nobody comes to the food bank.
Oh.
We actually have a fleet of 25 trucks that delivers to our 300 partners.
Oh,
So there's a very
okay.
good chance that wherever you are in the county, if you need food, there's probably an outlet near you. We like to direct folks to our website or to 211 to call, or 211.org to find a pantry nearest to you where you can get food in community.
Okay, so you guys are putting the pantries in the places where there's need.
That's right.
And how do you determine where those pantries go and what the best way is to get the food to the people who need it most?
Sure. So we do look at the need by city, by zip code, by census tract. Our nonprofit partners are really the experts in their geography. So we have people literally apply to be pantries. There's a certain criteria that you have to meet: health, food safety, regularity of distribution, equity in distribution. If a partner can meet those, they can become a partner of Second Harvest and get food on a regular schedule from us, and we even support with refrigeration and things like that. So it is definitely a two-way partnership. Without our wonderful partners, we could not carry out our mission.
Right. Now, it takes professionals like you to run this organization and the donations and that kind of thing, but I imagine there's a great core of volunteers that are in there just doing a lot of the kind of day-to-day work, right?
We do. We have an amazing core of volunteers. We can have as few as 10, as many as 60 people in our distribution center helping every day. And we actually have a farm about 1.5 miles from the food bank at the University of California's Research Center. We can have 100 volunteers out there planting, weeding, and harvesting food grown here in this county.
How can people help out if they want to say, hey, I don't need, but I certainly have enough to maybe help out a little bit?
Sure. I always tell people, go to our website, feedoc.org, and there you can find out how to donate time, how to donate treasure. We definitely need that kind of help from the community to keep going.
Okay, well, it sounds like you guys have it going on over there. A great organization, Second Harvest Food Bank. I've known about you guys for years, talked to you guys before, so thank you so much for coming in and talking to us a little bit about what you guys do in here in our community.
Thanks for having us.
There's a need, folks, so get out there and donate if you can. We'd appreciate it. When we come back, Bobby will be here with the folks from Irvine Berkeley. Stay with us.